Hey everybody, it's Killbot the Gamer here. We're not having a playthrough today. This is our 100 subscriber spectacular. Woo! I'm so excited. It's pretty nice, actually. It's been a while. I've been doing this... Well, I've been doing YouTube-ish things for years. I would start a channel. I would do a couple videos. I didn't actually do Let's Play type videos. I did do gaming reviews. You know, recording some Pokemon gaming so I could edit it together and put a review on. It was awesome, and I would do that for about 2 weeks, and then I would delete all the footage, and yeah, it was pretty sad. So, I've been doing this particular channel. It's the longest I've ever done. I've been putting out videos every day except for the weekend. And after about 6 months, we have hit 100 subscribers this weekend, or this past weekend. I don't actually know if that's good. I'm assuming it's good. It means there are people watching it. I'm not losing a lot of subscribers. That would be sad. And in honor of hitting 100, I've done what many of the greats before me did, and that is we're going to do a question and answer. Because, I don't know, maybe you guys want to know a little bit about me. If not, I would like to become naked for you, metaphorically speaking. Not literally naked, that would be disturbing. So, let us start with the questions that I received via Twitter, at KillbotTheGamer. Are you ready? Okay, the first one we are going to start off with is from Punch-A-Cube. And he asks, why did you choose to wear a mask? Interesting question, and one I get a lot. Basically, it is because I am so handsome. I'm like the love child of Chris Hemsworth and, I don't know, oh, what's that Hunger Games girl? Yeah, that's how sad it is. I can't even remember her name now. But anyway, to keep you guys from falling in love with me, I've decided to don a mask. That's not entirely true. Actually, I don a mask. I don't know. I think it's a little bit of emotional protection. I don't know. I've seen watched a lot of channels out there, and there's a lot of couples, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wives, that play together and talk about their adventures. I do not have that. I'm married, but my wife is definitely not a gamer. She, I don't know, maybe if they made a gaming version of you know, period English drama, you know, Pride and Prejudice, the game, then maybe she would play, but she doesn't. And the friends we hang out with, they don't really play either. So it's kind of, I don't know, it's just kind of, the mask helps me to separate my gaming stuff from my let's get together for wine and cheese type thing. Does that make any sense? I don't know if it does, but it helps me. I put the mask on, I'm a gamer. Next question from Wyatt Played This. And I'm not sure if he actually played this, but anyway, he asks, how have I found the fame and people fangirling at my mask? I don't know. If it happens, it would be awesome just to have fans and fangirlingness, but it hasn't happened. So I think I'm okay. If it did happen, I would probably tweet about it and brag to all my friends and said, hey, guys, I've got like teenage girls who are all hot for the mask. Suck it. And then they would laugh at me and say, grow up. So yeah. Anyway, question number 3 from Final Fantasy XIV Realm. I'm assuming that's how you say it. Maybe I'm over reading into it. It's really just FFXIV Realm. And he said, do you get hot under the mask or have a hard time seeing? First part of the question, is it hot on the mask? No. Kind of. It doesn't feel hot, but when I put the mask on, there does seem to be some moisture that drips down and collects at my chin. It's really disgusting. But, you know, a true artist has to suffer for his art. And so I suffer. Do I have a hard time seeing? No. The meshiness on the eyes, thankfully, is wide enough that I put it on and it kind of blurs out the image if I'm focusing on something close. But, you know, I'm watching the screen, which is like 5 feet away, so no, it doesn't really make it a hard time seeing. Okay, next question from them buzzards. When are you going to show your face, you piece of crap? Actually, they didn't call me a piece of crap. I may have just added that in. I've thought about it. I don't know. Basically, I think this is what's going to happen. I'm just going to wear the mask until I have enough subscribers and views that the channel could support me and become my full-time job. So I'm guessing that would take, I don't know, I'd have to probably have views of about, I don't know, what would it be, 100,000 a day. And seeing that I'm, after 6 months, I have a total view of about 1,400, that's probably never going to happen. I'll keep working at it, and it'd be awesome if it happened, but don't count on seeing this gorgeous, gorgeous face anytime soon, because it's probably not going to happen. Sorry, them buzzards. Okay, next on the list is Kempy. Well, at Kempy64, but his YouTube channel is Kempy. He's an awesome guy. Check him out. He sent numerous questions, so we're going to start with the first one. Will I become a PC gamer? The answer is, that's like asking me if I'm going to become a white supremacist or a child abuser. It's just not going to happen because that's a horrible thing to say, and I hope you wash your mouth out with soap, you crazy person. And in reality, probably at some point I will. The PC gamer thing, not the white supremacist or the child abuser. I have a computer and it's okay, but I don't know. I don't really have a place to play. All the rooms are taken up with, people. And they're crap. So my stuff is just sitting on the floor. And I use it to edit and whatnot, but it's not a very comfortable place to sit down and game. And so who knows, maybe one day I'll have a nice office again and I'd love to custom build a PC. That would be nice. Get a really awesome looking case, liquid cooling, holograms, that's what I'm thinking of. We'll see what happens. Next question. I don't know, what is it? Game I'm enjoying playing the most? Right now? At this moment, games I've enjoyed playing the most? Good question. I mean, I guess you could say mobile gaming. I'm kind of playing Star Wars Commander on my little phone. And it's a nice diversion along with Candy Crush. If you're going for like console gaming or PC gaming, just the mindless games are almost ones that you enjoy. That you don't have to think a lot. You just play and it's fun. So, I don't know, Diablo 3 was enjoyable because it wasn't really hard. You could just, mash buttons and kill things. So, yeah, it's a different kind of enjoyment, I suppose. And the next question he asks, why do I use the username Killbot the Gamer? I don't know. I had the mask, I wanted to use it, and I found something that I could kind of, I'm not a robot, really. It may surprise you, but I'm not. And I thought, well, Killbot sounds kind of cool. And, in today's social media thingamajiggy, you really have to find a name that's not taken. I came up with a few names, and then, I went on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and all those places and checked to see, are these names taken? And this was kind of like the first name that wasn't taken. So, yay, Killbot. Good for me. I mean, I tried shortening it to just Killbot. That was taken. So, what you gonna do? But I do like it. I like to imagine that I was a hardcore killer at some point, and then I traded in my gun for a controller because I just couldn't take the destruction anymore. That's the picture I have in my mind. And another question he asked, do you feel like a superhero wearing the mask while gaming? It's kind of a hard question to answer. It's like, do you feel like a man while being a man? It's like, I don't know how else to feel. I am a superhero. I don't have a superpower, but I'm a hero and I'm pretty super. So yes, the answer is yes, but it's not limited to gaming. I feel like a superhero, you know, going to get the mail, talking on the phone, going to the bathroom, you know, stuff like that. Brushing my teeth, oh my goodness. Superhero stuff. What does my wife think? While I play with the mask on. That's his next question. And here is the answer. You can't see it because I have the mask on, but basically that was me rolling my eyes. She does it in such a way that I can actually hear her eyes rolling around in their sockets. She just looks and she kind of shakes her head and maybe like smiles a little like, that's my husband. He's kind of funny, but whatever. So anyway, I think that's what she thinks. Let me see. Next question he asks. Favorite games last year? You know what I'm going to say for my favorite game last year? It was one that I did a series on, so you might want to check that out. That would be Alien Isolation was one good one. I'm going to go with Destiny was another fun one. Yeah, I'm going to go with that one. I did Watch Dogs last year. That was kind of enjoyable, but it was an open world. It's kind of like the Dragon Age thing that I'm doing right now, in that it's enjoyable, but it's a huge thing. Lots of side quests, lots of things going on, and you know, when you're doing a Let's Play thing, you don't really have time to record all the other stuff. So it's kind of a shame, because it was a good game, but I never got to do any of the side quests or the investigations or the hacking games with other people. So anyway, but I enjoyed Alien Isolation and Destiny. Destiny was good. I like first-person shooters. Suck at them, but I like them. And I think that is all of his questions. On to the next guy. Anthony at Pathanoxo. I'm sorry, man. I don't know how to pronounce your Twitter handle, but he's an awesome guy. He's always there to, you know, retweet and favorite stuff of mine and watches my videos. So, I love you, man. Thank you. And he asks, most exciting thing I've done in my life. I don't know. I've tried to do some exciting things. I mean, marriage was kind of an exciting thing. My wife is from Norway, so we got married in the old country, you know, next to the ocean in an old, centuries-old wooden church. And then we went to Trondheim and checked out Nidaros, the cathedral, and that was kind of exciting. I'm a sucker for old architecture. I love, like, cathedrals and castles and stuff. And Norway has a lot of Viking stuff. So I even snuck across to Sweden and checked out the Vasa Museum. Good times. Good times, noodle salad. So, I mean, generally, yes. I'd have to say marriage. And kids. They're crazy. Putting stuff in their mouth. Urinating in the corner. It's bizarre. Anyway, thank you for that question. Then we've got Hazardous at Hazardous. He just asked a whole bunch of bizarre questions. I'm not sure if he actually wanted a question or he was just kind of trolling me a little bit. But here's some of the questions. We'll go quickly through these things. When is the best time for a morning poop? Obviously the morning. You can't have a morning poop in the afternoon. Why does my touchscreen not respond to touch in the cold? It's because it's probably an Apple product and they suck. How long does it take you to tie your shoes? It takes me about as long as it takes to get done. Which isn't very long because I wear sandals, thank you very much. No tying needed. Booyah. And what kind of socks do I wear? Now, this kind of question is slightly interesting in my own mind. I am mostly a sockless person. I think I have beautiful feet, so I don't wear socks. However, I have found that my feet sweat, even in the middle of winter. And so when I wear my sandals, I like to wear socks with it. Yes, I'm a socks with sandals kind of guy. I don't care what kind of fashion rule I've broken. It's comfortable, and it stops my feet from going when I'm walking around. So, yeah, I'm proud. I'm a sock-wearing sandal guy, and I'm proud of it. And I used to wear, like, you know, the sports socks that you normally would wear. However, I found that you couldn't wear those and shorts, which I like to wear, without looking a little weird. You know, you're kind of bordering on the shorts with the black socks that seniors wear, and it's like, oh, I don't like it. So I switched to some socks that I saw my brother-in-law's wearing in Norway. They're kind of like the ankle-high socks. I used to think they were so girly, and now I love them so much. I don't know why. I think it's because the socks comfortable, easy to put on, and when I'm wearing them with my sandals, yes, I do wear them, then they end where the sandals end, and there's not that kind of bizarre socks carrying up my thigh. Don't get me wrong, I have sexy thighs and I don't want to cover them either. That was a weird question and also a weird answer, but thank you for those bizarre questions, Hazardous. Then, next up, we have Miss GameStar, at Miss GameStar. Oh yes, what can I say about her? Cute as a button. And her voice is like a little angel fairy person. If an angel had sex with a fairy and produced an offspring, I like to imagine that Miss GameStar is, her voice is what would be the result of it. And she's British. It's another thing I've noticed about YouTube channels is there's a lot of gaming channels run by British people. I don't know if they're especially bored in that country and they're like, you know, could cure cancer or build a house or slay a bear or something. But no, I'm just gonna play. I don't know, there's a lot of British gaming channel people out there. I kept saying that I'm gonna do one episode in a British accent. I'm not sure I can pull it off because my British accent is pretty bad. But anyway, sorry, I'm veering off on a sidetrack here. Let's get back to at Miss GameStar. Okay, her questions. How did I feel when I reached 100 subs? I felt delightful. It was nice. I cheered a little. I told my wife she would, whatever. I guess that's good. But in my heart, I was going, woohoo, I did it, 100 subs. And if I was going to be a little bit honest, I think it was sad as well. Not because of like lessening my own achievements, but you know, when you're doing a gaming channel, you like to check out other people's gaming channels and see what they're doing and how long they've been doing it and how many videos they put up in a week, etc., etc. And you know, in the course of that, you sometimes find like old channels that are literally like they haven't put up anything in a month and they've got like 400 subscribers. And you know, maybe they have 15 videos. Or you have someone who started last week and they've got, you know, 300 and you're like, "What? What? Did they, I don't know, post nude selfies or something? Like how do you do that? How do you get that many subscribers in that short of time?" And I don't know. I guess they made some good stuff or they connected with the right people. But I have to admit that, you know, that's always in the back of my head when I hit that milestone of 100. And I'm sure it's going to be in the back of my head always. It's like, what am I doing wrong that I'm not growing as fast as I'd like? Or, you know, it's something that we all do. Comparing ourselves to other people. It's not good. It's not, well, sometimes I suppose it's good. But generally it's not a healthy thing to do, but I still do it. I apologize, mental health professionals, for doing it. Her next question, what made you want to start a YouTube channel? Couple things. I like gaming. I play a lot of games. I used to run a business, and in my office, basically I could go in, open the doors, let the employees in, flip a few switches, and then I had 6 hours where I had nothing to do. So I just play games until it was time to, clean up and kick the employees out and lock up. And so that's when I started. But I didn't start recording. I kept thinking about it. Oh, I should record this. I mean, this is the perfect time. I've got, I could do a lot of stuff. But for some reason, I put it off. And then I sold my business. I'm doing some other stuff right now. But yeah, basically, I just did it because I wanted to. I wanted to, because, well, I suppose one of the reasons that I told you earlier in the video is that there's not a lot of gamers in my circle of acquaintances. And so there's no one really to share all these moments with, which is kind of sad. But I thought, okay, if I do this, then I can, just share it with people out there in the interwebs. So that was another reason I started it. And I think a third reason I did it was because I'm in my head a lot. I'm not sure about, like, a lot of YouTube channels running commentary is great. They can play a game and they never stop talking. And usually they're very funny, and so it's good that they're talking all the time. But just the kind of person I am, I'm very kind of introverted, and so I'm in my head a lot. I'm just sitting there. I'll be sitting there with my wife. We'll be having a conversation, and then a thought will pop in my head, and I will just zone out for 5 minutes. I'll just be staring off into nothingness as I'm thinking about something. And I thought it would be very helpful if I started a YouTube channel with commentary to help me develop the whole stream of conscious, getting what's in my head out of my mouth right away. Don't let it sit up there. So I don't know, maybe if I say inappropriate things, I'm sorry. But I think it's been helpful. I think I can play a game and I have a thought, and instead of just letting it linger up there in my gray matter, percolating like a cup of tea that you Brits are so well known for, I spew it out. And I think it's good. So I'll keep doing this, and hopefully it'll help me just connect a little bit more with people and get out of my head a little bit more. So thank you. And the last question from Miss Fairy Angel, Miss GameStar. What do I prefer, PC, Xbox, or PlayStation? I prefer Xbox. I know it's not as good as a PlayStation 4, my Xbox One. I know it's not as good as a PC, but let me explain myself. PC gaming I did for a long time. In fact, I did that pretty much exclusively. The only console I had until the Xbox 360 was an original NES system. So I was pretty good with the PCing. However, it is kind of a lonely pursuit for the most part. I tried some MMOs like EverQuest 2, World of Warcraft, but I still felt myself not having the time, which is with my job. Even though I'm not really doing much for 6-7 hours, I still had to get up every 15, 20 minutes to check stuff or, put out a fire. Not literal fire. I wasn't a fireman. But, yeah, it was hard to do raids and stuff. And so I just felt, what, I'm still not connecting with people. I might as well just do gaming, like on wherever I find it. And I got an Xbox 360 and I got a PS3. Both great consoles, both had great games. But I found that, I don't know, when I turned on the Xbox 360, and this was just the user interface, really, it made me feel like when I was, booting it up, that there were people on the other end of the console. Your friends list was right there, and their little avatars might wave, or they'd show you what they were doing. PS3, you kind of had to go over to this corner of the menu and drop down and see who was on. It just, I don't know. So even though both systems were great, I kind of stuck with the Xbox simply because even though I can't always do multiplayer or, connect with other people, Xbox I think has always been good at giving me the illusion that I'm connected with other people. I don't know if that's sad or what, but I like it, and I'll continue. I like my Xbox One. Haven't had any problems with it. Good times. So thank you, Miss GameStar. Let me think. Next question. At Grab a Pint. His question is, what is your favorite game of all time? That is an easy one. That is Ultima Underworld, the first one. That was one of the first PC games I ever got. I wanted it really bad, but I didn't think my parents would let me buy it. I was fairly young at the time when it came out. And a friend of mine, he wanted a different game, so he came up with this plan. As like a gift exchange, I would buy him his game, and he would buy me my game, Ultima Underworld. And then it'd be kind of like, I didn't buy it, my friend bought it for me. You can't have me take a gift back. And it worked. However, my computer only had 1 megabyte of RAM for a game that took 2. So basically for a year I couldn't play it, and the anticipation I think was like digital foreplay. It heightened the experience of the game itself. So even though there are many flaws to the game, I'm sure there are, I didn't see it. To me it was the most beautiful game. I could look up, I could look down, I could throw things down the hallway. And you could see the light glistening off the walls of the tunnel as the torch flew. Or you could go swimming in the water. And if you didn't have a high enough swim skill, you would go with the water. But if you had a high enough swim skill, you could go upstream and find hidden alcoves. And the magic system with the runes was awesome. And anyway, so I don't know. I think you can find it free online now. I highly recommend. You might have to, what is it, my DOS box, whatever program you have to run it in. But I highly recommend all of you going out and tracking down Ultima Underworld. I heard that they are making a new Ultima Underworld game. And if that is true, I will buy it. I will pre-order it. I will pre-order the deluxe edition. It's amazing. Well, it was amazing. I have high hopes for the new one if it happens. Fingers crossed, people. So thank you, Grab a Pint. And my last question is from the real Pure Venom at Pure Venom Gaming. Good guy. He's always out there, linking to new channels like myself. And hey guys, check him out. He's awesome. He's a sweet, sweet poison, and I highly encourage all of you to drink deeply of him. His question is, what game are you looking forward to in 2015? There is a couple. Dying Light, I'm kind of looking forward to. I'm a sucker for zombies, so I know I'm going to enjoy that one. Uncharted 4. I do have a PS4. I don't play it very much, but I have one, and I'm intrigued. I loved the first 3 Uncharted, and I even hear there's an Uncharted collection coming out for the PS4 of the first 3 games. I will buy that. I loved the games. If you like Indiana Jones puzzles, the cutscenes are dynamic, and the voice acting and motion capture is exquisite. It's like a playable movie, basically. You do a bit of action, you hit a point, and all of a sudden the cutscene cuts in. Cutscene cuts in. Anyway, and it doesn't stop the game like a lot of cutscenes do. You know, like there's frenzied action, you're killing stuff, and then all of a sudden the action stops, and everyone's quiet, and they talk, and they're standing there. But in this one, the cutscenes they're like a movie. They're moving around, they're energetic, they go up, their levels are different. It feels like you're really just kind of slipping into a scene, and then you slip back out of it. So I'm looking forward to Uncharted. I'm also looking forward, because I'm a sucker for zombies, Dead Island 2. I liked the first one. Didn't finish it because I'm kind of an OCD when it comes to achievements, and I've had to work on that. Because in the first Dead Island, you have to find all these locations to get an achievement, and there was a point of no return where once you get past this point, you can't go back to find them. And I was missing one location. I didn't know which one it was. I was going back slowly, going through all the locations I could think of, couldn't find it. I just gave up. But basically, I'm right near the end. But it was a good game. I liked it. You could make weapons and slaughter these things and run around. It was good. So I am excited about Dead Island 2. We'll see what happens. Anyway, that's the questions I got. Thank you for sending them in. It makes me feel loved. A little bit loved. Okay, tolerated mostly. I had to beg a little bit. I felt kind of sad. Please send me questions. But you guys came through. Thank you for your digital hug. I hope that, I know that you guys know a little bit more about me, that, I don't know, that you enjoyed this video. You can always, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel to see what I'm going to be coming up with next. And, yeah, leave a comment below to, answer any of these questions yourself. Obviously, unless you're wearing a mask, those ones are kind of, not for you. But who knows, maybe you have a great answer to when's the best time to have a morning poop. Or, why did you start a YouTube channel? Leave your answers down in the comments below. And I want to thank you guys. I thank all of you guys for checking me out and subscribing and supporting me. You guys are awesome. It's very wonderful to, check your Twitter and see there's all these notifications of people who have, shared your video or liked it or left a comment. And I really appreciate it. I hope I can return the favor to all of you guys. I try to, but I don't always succeed. So please forgive me if there are days when I just don't appear online very much to check out your videos. But when I do, I try and mass watch them. Just go crazy and run them all to the end. So yeah, thanks guys, and here's to, hitting 200 before the end of 2015. I think that'll be my goal. It's kind of funny. When I first started, I was trying to come up with a plan, like, how many will I have in the first year? I think I said 10,000, and now I'm laughing at myself, like the Nelson laugh from Simpsons. Because that's not going to happen. I'm going to settle for 200. 200 by the end of the first year. So I think that's like end of July or something. We'll see what happens. So thank you for your support, guys. Share the word. Maybe other people will want to check out the rest of my series. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.